Today we stand here to protest against a decision that puts the fundamental rights and well-being of many people at risk. A decision that affects us all because it concerns the protection of people who have already endured unimaginable suffering and are now at risk once again. It's about the Yezidis, a community that has suffered under the brutal genocide committed by the so-called Islamic State, or ISIS, and whose future in Iraq remains uncertain. We must recognize that many Yezidis who fled to Germany years ago sought protection from terror, from violence, and from the loss of their families. They found refuge here, started a new life, and yet now face the looming danger of being sent back to a devastated and unstable homeland, and Iraq, where they continue to be targets of terrorism and political conflicts, a country where Yezidis cannot live in peace, a land where discrimination is a daily reality. How can we allow people who lost so much at the hands of ISIS to be sent back to a region where they have no security? How can we, as a society, ignore that the Yezidis who suffered so long under the control of terrorists are now at risk again? From ISIS sleeper cells, from political tensions, from military attacks on their region that turn their lives into a living hell. It's a scandal that these people who found protection here are now confronted with the inhuman prospect of returning to a country that offers them neither safety nor a future. It's unacceptable that they are forced to live in camps where they have no fundamental rights, where their children have no access to education, and where they continue to be victims of hatred and discrimination. Germany has granted refuge to many Yezidis and was one of the first countries to officially recognize the genocide against them. But now, this protection is being put to the test. We demand that the German authorities continue to take responsibility, that they do not deport the Yezidis to an unsafe country where they will once again become victims of persecution and violence. This is not just a question of law, but of humanity. The Yezidis have lost everything in their homeland, their families, their villages, and their culture. The Yezidis deserve to live in dignity, without constant fear of being persecuted and displaced again. We demand that these deportations be stopped immediately. We demand that Germany fulfills its responsibility and protects the Yezidis here. We demand that the international community continues to exert pressure to guarantee security for the Yezidis in their homeland and to ensure that they have the opportunity to live there in peace and freedom. The Yezidis must not fall victim to yet another trauma. They must not be treated as second-class citizens. Their rights and dignity must be respected. Let us stand together and fight for a future where the Yezidis can live safely, without fear, without persecution. Stop this ongoing genocide against the Yezidis. Stop the deportations.